I wanted to talk about how I'm feeling right now because I'm really emotional and I'm trying to figure out why. Me and my husband have been divorced since August. I already went through the feelings of it's over, time to move on, you know. But I just never thought I'd see the day that, let me just say it like this. I don't know who he is anymore. The person that I divorced was still somebody I was friends with. He was still the man I had a baby with. And I thought he still cared about me, especially when you're telling the judge, it's not the last you'll see of me. I'm going to get my wife back. And you're telling me, I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to get my wife back. Not that I really believed it, but I guess in the back of my mind, I was thinking, wouldn't that be a beautiful story, Who cares that I suffered 10 years of abuse, every form? Just the thought of the man you are absolutely in love with that you had to separate yourself from for your own well-being actually took heed to some lessons and changed for the better and came back for you and gave you everything you always deserved. I mean, it just sounds like a beautiful story, right? And for a minute, he almost had me convinced that that might be our story. I started a new relationship and everything, and he was still being so amazing. I was really proud of him. But then I guess he realized I really was gone, and I guess a panic set in. I don't know. All I know is I don't know who he's become. I never thought he'd be the type of man that would keep my child from me. I never thought he'd be the kind of man that would throw me out into the street when I come to help him because he wants to fuck his new girlfriend. You asked me to come help. I'm here to help. Now you're telling me get the fuck out your house because you're trying to fuck. And I'm not fucking. Kind of guy that took all of my money trying to help you, thinking you would keep your word and give me my money back when yours came. And he hasn't even paid a lick of alimony since we separated. And I thought I was being fair by saying, just give me what you can when you can. We good. It's like I gave him every single thing he asked for. I even went out of my way to compromise anything he needed help with. He asked for full custody of his baby. I gave it to him. Because I never thought I'd have to worry about him keeping my baby from me. That's something women do. I could see if I was a bad mother on any level. I'm an amazing mother because I love my kids. And the reason I dealt with most of his bullshit was because I was trying to make sure I could take care of my kids or do for my kids or do what's best for my children. And then to treat me like shit all through the marriage. Then treat me like shit after the divorce. And then go to your family and be like, yeah, she this, she that. I'm out here all alone. She ain't even trying to help me type shit. I'm just like, you can't win for losing. And I guess his family is really hurting me because I didn't have family growing up. I didn't have the grandparent experience. I didn't have aunties and uncles I could call on and go over for the weekend, cousins to have my back. It was me, my brothers, My mommy didn't like me too much, and my daddy was always gone. So it's me. It's always been me. I don't really have anybody, so I collect friends, and I make them my family. So when I got married, and he has this big old family, I got excited about having a family. And I really did think that was my family too. I really loved them. And I didn't know how to be, part of that. So I thought it was weird how much they called on him, or, I did my best because I really had no reference on how to be a part of a family that big. But I did my best. But I didn't know that they didn't give a shit about me. I really thought that was my family too. So to find out that they helped him cheat on me, the fact that they never gave a fuck about what he was doing to me, they would abandon his family for 3 months at a time. And y'all still acting like I was the problem. And they sit there and talk shit behind my back. I've never done nothing to anybody, including that man. All I ever did was love this man. And then they'll pull out those occasions where I do snap because this man is beating my ass, cheating on me, treating me like shit, destroying everything I try to build. So I do snap sometimes. So now I'm just a crazy bitch. You know what I mean? You should have been left that crazy bitch alone. And I'm thinking in my head, yo, I have no clue what this man does to me. And you don't even give a fuck. That's what hurts. That's what hurts. So I guess that's why I get so mad at him. Because he knows I didn't have nobody. He knows how much I depended on him. He was not just my husband. He was my family. He was my best friend. At least I thought. And then it turns out 20 years later, I never fucking know him. I don't know who the fuck that is. Every time I think to myself, Aaron would never do that to me. And he does it with no remorse. Go on social media and talk shit like you're the problem. So now I'm being forced to readjust my mindset around the situation because clearly what I thought was going to be a cordial divorce and we're going to go on with our lives, co-parenting peacefully in a partnership. Clearly that's not happening. And he's scaring me. He's scaring me. My baby got burned the other day. And he wigged out on all of us, blocked me on all social media, basically saying, y'all not out here helping me. Stay the fuck out my business. I'm talking to my baby on FaceTime. He snatched the tablet from her, blocked me on there too. And then she tells me after he took the tablet, he just made her sit in a room where there's no TV, no bed. And she just had to sit in there because he didn't want her in his face. So my baby is sitting over there by herself. And he's so mentally and emotionally abusive, but I never thought he'd do that to my baby. Doing it to me is one thing, but he's a great father. At least I thought he's always been. I don't know who this is. I mean, so now I gotta go and readdress custody. Because as much as I can't stand him, and as much as it's nice, to have this new freedom where I'm kid-free, I miss my baby. And I definitely am not going to sacrifice her happiness. Because this man, he doesn't care about people's feelings, not even his own baby. And I have to stop thinking along the lines of a woman who loves this man and think along the lines of a woman who's divorced to the most evil, two-faced motherfucker on the planet. And I gotta do what's best for my baby. So now I'm gonna have to readjust custody. And I just have to realize we aren't friends. And that's not my family. And I have to do what's best for my baby. It is what it is, but what I'm learning is the things I can't control, I have to just let it go. Only thing I could control is me. And I can't force him to change, and I can't wait for it either. But I could change. I don't have to retaliate. I don't have to get nasty with it. I just don't have time for nobody else's drama no more. So I'm going to let him do him on his side. I'm going to do mine on my side. I'm going to go back and readdress with the court to do what's best for my baby. But I never thought, I would have never given custody if I thought this was the man he was going to turn out to be. And I would have never married him if I thought that this is the person he is. I feel stupid.